Hey, Ann Sieg here, and we are at the 21 suggestions for success. Let's move on to suggestion number 2. I think this is a really big one. Here we go. Work at something you enjoy, and that's worthy of your time and talent. This particular suggestion led to a very significant conversation, again, between myself and my husband as we're making our 1.5-hour drive up to Grand Marais, Minnesota on a little 3-day getaway. And for us, and we pretty much felt very similarly on this, is that it's a mindset and a perspective that people have as they approach tasks and work and jobs and all this type of a thing that, and I think this is old school. I'm going to say it for what it is. And the gentleman who provided this to us, the silversmith, he felt the same way. It was, all kind of coming back to how we were raised, that a job worth doing is a job worth doing well. And I think ultimately what Brian said is what creates value when you do work is something that helps other people. That was his, the sum of gaining value from work is something, a service, a product, whatever you're delivering via your workmanship that helps other people's lives is something that he can enjoy. And I agree on that too. From the perspective, and I know this is a higher value thing, but just taking pride, even if, let's say, it's not a task that you're especially keen on, but you learn how to make yourself, I guess, subservient to this higher value, that you know how to get underneath this, submit yourself, if you will, into a task for which may not be your number one preference, but you see the value of being able to go through that task, have a good mental attitude about it, which of course correspondingly helps with your emotional outlook on it, and just do a good job. And I think this is something that's really fallen to the wayside. We're in a very self-gratification, it better make me feel good, and so people become like almost nothing can make them happy, because it comes from a different value set. Whereas if you can just do a job for the sake of doing it well, is something that you can actually enjoy. That's actually a mindset I use a lot, because for example in business you find yourself, there are tasks that you are going to have to do that you don't necessarily like. It's just part of being a business owner. It's going to be there no matter what, and our tendency is to want to gravitate towards those things we like. But the reality is we have to develop the discipline to do those things that we don't like as well, because that's part of the course, what's needed to get us to where we want to go. Okay, the second part of this sentence is kind of a whole different matter altogether. That's worthy of your time and talent. Well, again, this would be your own internal perspective of how you see yourself in the transaction, in the economy of your time and your talent. You have to weigh that out and decide what your time is worth, what you feel your talent is, and then you have to create that value for the economic transaction to take place that weighs into your favor for what you want. So let's just say that you feel, let's say you're really great at social media, that's your talent, and you can do a really good job of getting the name out there, a brand, etc. And so you determine, okay, that's my talent and that's worthy of my time, because maybe your qualifier is I'm good at it and I enjoy it. And then you have to come up with that price point that makes you feel like, now this is worthy of me. And I'll just say I have an example of this in my own life just recently, as I had put together a particular offer that when I stepped back and I looked at it objectively, I thought, no, this offer isn't meeting my needs for my time and my talent and my compensation. And so I am repositioning that offer. And that's something that as an entrepreneur, we are in control of. That We can put an offer out there, and when it doesn't meet our needs anymore, serving our time and our talents, we can pull that back off the table and reposition that or take it off altogether. But that is one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur. But on the flip side, then you have to go sell and market yourself to bring in that compensation that you desire. So this is a really, really, really big topic, I feel. And like I say, Brian and I talked about it for, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes just to talk about this. So go ahead and provide your comments, your perspective. By the way, there are no right or wrong answers. I'm just giving you a little flavor of the conversation that my husband and I had. No right or wrong answers. These are just suggestions. Some of them we didn't agree with. So go ahead, provide your comments, your perspective. I'd love to hear from you. Talk soon in suggestion number 3. Bye-bye.